you know, our team defending in the past was a lot better. I think we look a bit disconnected on who's supposed to step and be the aggressor on each play. And I think we're conceding wave after wave of attack. You know, eventually a goal is going to be scored. And I think we need to be better with the ball and defending. We need to be better in relation to our teammates. And I feel sometimes like we're just playing a defensive drill out there and like a track meet going back and forth. And I think they got pretty fortunate on their last goal. Ball just kind of drops right to the guy, hits him, and trickles in the goal. And it seems we're giving up goals these days. It's pretty much any way you can give up a goal, we're giving up goals.
Frank suggested that they could have even had more goals. They were just really the aggressor. Is there, this defense had been so good and so cohesive. What's changed, if anything?
Well, I think what's changed is the mentality and the pieces around it. I think we look at the back four and the goalie, and it's the same guys who've been playing here, you know, for over a year. It's not a different group, but it falls on the heads of the back four when there's disconnects all over the field. So it starts, you know, at a certain point in the field, and it's just a snowball effect, and we're taking the brunt of it. So, you know, we beat ourselves up over it because that's our job, is to keep the ball out of the net, but it's not, you know, a back four and a goalie situation. It's a team situation, and we need to get better defending, that's for sure.
Obviously, to have a bad performance once is bad, but to have it 2 weeks in a row is kind of exponentially worse.
I think when you look at a game like last week, we say to ourselves, that's not us, that's not the kind of team we are. Let's come back and bounce back this week and show the kind of team we are. And we came out and we couldn't put a performance together. For whatever reason, we can't play, you know, the way we want to in front of our home fans, and it's disappointing. And it's something that needs to get taken care of in this locker room, and it's no disrespect, but nothing to do with you guys, nothing to do with the coaches. It has to do with the guys in these lockers to take it upon themselves to change it. And if we continue down the same path, we're in for a long season.
How do you change it?
I think the work that comes in day to day, and I think the mentality that guys bring is going to carry over to the weekend. And I think if we can, on the training ground, sort out things that we know make us a better team, that we know will bring us results. If we can sort that out in training, I think it'll carry over to the matches on the weekend.
It's 6 games, very early in the 30-game season. Is there any sense that the coach has lost the locker room?
I wouldn't say that. I think every guy in here appreciates our staff and appreciates our organization and fights for the colors and fights for Frank. And I think, you know, it hasn't come across in our recent performances, but you know, I know myself personally. There's no one I'd rather play for, and I can say that there's a lot of guys who feel the same way. And I think for whatever reason, you can call it a slump or whatever it is we're doing, we need to figure it out, because it's not acceptable, because this is a results-oriented business, and we need to start getting results. And I think some of our matches last year weren't the best soccer, and they weren't great, and we would just grind out results, and everyone would say, oh, well, you know, they got lucky, or they got, well, you know, if that's what it takes, we'll be lucky again this year. We need to get back to what we were doing, which is grinding out games, and we haven't been doing that lately.
I mean, talking about last year, at least you made opponents work for stuff, and which didn't seem to be the case for at least 2 weeks now.
Yeah, I think, like I said, it's a team thing. It starts with the first guy and ends with the last guy, and for whatever reason, we're second to a lot of balls, and we're on the back foot, kind of just waiting for things to happen, and at that point, you're going to get beat. And I think that's been the case the last 2 weeks. I don't think that's the kind of team we are. I think we can turn the ship around, but it's going to take a lot of honest work and honest assessment from guys looking in the mirror and understanding what it is they need to do.
Jason, is it does panic start to creep in, or is when it's this early in the season?
I think it's a possibility, but I don't think it will with us. I know myself personally. You know, I don't have that in me, so I'm not worried about that. But you know, hopefully guys stay confident and understand that, you know, there are ups and downs in the year, and you can't get too high when things are good and too low when things are bad. And it's important that we kind of stay even keel and keep a cool head and make sure we just put in the work, and we believe we're a good team, so good things will happen.
You have guys